Hello, this is Bryant with Digital Dual Bladers, and tonight we got a deck profile. It's a combination of Magnamon and Dynasmon. I think it's better than the current Dynasmon builds, and try it and let me know what you think. All right, to start, for BT16 Demi Vmons, the plus 1 KDP for 2 colors, and any 2 colors makes it pretty useful. It's 2 or more colors, so that'll come in handy too. 4 of the DNA Searcher Vmons. You can search Davis and then 1 free trait. It's pretty good. And the end of turn DNA lets you do some combos later that can let you go for game at the end. Promo Vmons for them. So if you have a Tamer in play, you can reduce the cost into one of your free trait Digimon, and all the Magnamons are free, so that's good. And then the draw one when attacking is not once per turn, which is pretty useful. As well as, in the early game, you can get more draws in. The new Vmon from BT21 lets you reduce the cost by 1 for the armor form, so that's good. And the extra DP is pretty good. And then the 13th rookie, just to reduce the bricking, on play, trash a free or Imperial Digimon in name to draw 2. Pretty good, since we've got a lot of non-free Digimon that the other Vmon can't search. And the extra DP is nice. Davis and Ken, he's pretty essential, so I put him early so you can keep him in mind with the future plays. So when you evolve into a blue Digimon, and spoiler, all our level 4s are, well, all except 1 are blue, but the other one doesn't matter. You can suspend them to gain 1 memory, and for DNA, you can strip 3 sources, and yes, we do have some source stripping going on. Pretty useful. And then the bounce to hand at the end of your opponent's turn is kind of annoying, but thankfully, this Magnamon can work around it, the Royal Knights one, because whenever it would leave the battle area, either by your opponent or your own effect, you get to draw 1 and then play out a Vmon from the hand or sources, and you'll always have a Vmon in the hand or sources, so that's good. So it lets you maintain board presence. Then, the starter deck Magnamon. Its security effect is pretty powerful, but when digivolving removal is pretty useful. Yeah, not much more to say. I'd run more if I could. And then to round out the Magnamons for an even 10, we've got the new BT21. I would replace it with the older BT81 for the DP buff for the opponent's turn, but I find that the minus 2k gets pretty big after a while and can even let you snipe small bodies in the early game. And then, armor purge blocker, just like the others. Well, not the Royal Knights one. That one has fake armor purge. And here's the DNA guy, Shakomon from BT8. The nice thing is, if it's even a regular Digivolution, you get to recover 1, and then you can bounce based on your own security, your opponent's Digimon to the hand. And then when attacking for -3 is also useful. Yeah, pretty good card. Normally you tend to trash them with the EX3 Vmon, or just keep them in hand. Pretty useful. I like it. And then 2 Edamons. These can evolve on top of all the Magnamons. And then you can taunt your opponent's Digimon into attacking at the start of their main. Pretty useful, along with the -3, which is nice because it combos with Dynasmon Ace. Raid, and then when Digivolving, you can -6k by trashing the top of your security. And then if you're at 3 or less, it gains blocker and an extra 4k. So combined with Edamon, you're blocking for effectively like 21,000, as long as your opponent's Digimon is immune to, or isn't immune to effects. Pretty good. Then Dynasmon X, pretty good. Raid, blocker, and it lets you recover if you have 2 or less at the end of the turn, pretty useful. And then just being able to whittle away at your opponent's security without actually checking it is good, along with the extra DP buff. Very powerful. And thanks to the Shakumon, you're not killing yourself with its effect by the time you get up there. Then Cool Boy, this is why I decided the deck was worth building. I saw it used in Magnamon X decks, and I decided, hey, there's another yellow level 6 Royal Knight that's worth playing. So 4 of him. When you play out or evolve into a Royal Knight, you can suspend him to draw 1 and gain 1. And then when the Royal Knight is removed from the battle area, you can play out an Omegamon. Truthfully, you're never like hard playing this. You want to save it in your hand for its combo where you play them out at 1 or less security and then warp into Omnimon X. Omnimon X, because Omegamon is an X antibody, or considered one, you get to nuke your opponent's board. It's got raid, piercing, blocker, very powerful, and the end of turn to attack, very useful. Lets you win games or just keep it in the hand as a panic button, pretty useful. And then since all the Tamers are 4 cost, Island of Adventure lets you save memory and scare your opponent from attacking by just placing it, and it makes your Digimon even bigger while it's in the security. So if they don't attack, you get strong Digimon, and if they do attack, you get a Tamer. So it's a lose-lose for them, which is the win for you. 2 Wisterias. It lets you search almost every Digimon except Omegamon and Edamon. And then, you know, extra memory for plays is nice. And then 1 X antibody just to tuck under Shakumon or Edamon and then swing and go into Dynasmon X without risking an Ace Overflow. The deck is pretty powerful, but I definitely think it's stronger than the other Dynasmon variants. But if Dynasmon X had piercing, that would just make this deck awesome. All right, try it and let me know what you think.